Wesley International School, Junior High School. Koforidua, and you are that. Oh, Papa Smart, and oh, my man. There we see our brushing, and I say, Nana Kwaku Brimpong, I'm one for Frimpong. Happy birthday. And from your dad, Professor Joseph Osafo to you, Eunice Pamford Queen. Clinical psychologist Eunice Pamford Queen. Happy birthday to you. And also from all of us, your colleagues to you, wishing you the best as you celebrate your birthday today. Mama Osofo. Mommy, you. Happy birthday to you. Send your birthday party, am I you and or say? All right, 0302248787257900257901. Mamere, the Oba Human Sonafi, Yemo and Como. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Yet to say.
But you're double swear.
Yanko Padu, would you be a casef in a for some tuja?
Your friend may fear to be unfaithful by my come.
You may be a meet you.
I'm a city for my penny back to Janet there. And one of them there, me then is senior education now, or I say. Well, over Shemukan and our home is in and no part of managing when to make one fire say. You're shaking now, what's your shaking now, obey this.
May that say. Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, boss.
And I pay or start some tree and count where you may for a studio.
I mean, young mammy, no more yet, Jumawa.
But I and I pay or some green county and a studio. We are well near Bayman and I'm Wakwa, Mekatasi S. Boy, or a Yin Swan constituency. I mean, Chammy MP, but I'm either Adwa Esidua and you were after your mic and parliament or Chese or your marriage to Swa. Or Yamna Shiva Benera, Unimum or them Bra, a vetting committee. I mentioned the Papa Nate Bassi. And then on Mampany Ekasai, set free senior high, and yet a dear Ubitrum. Bear me to me, the magic I came to the or the other got for. Ubia Wati committee so 2 weeks. Fire reforms, any review, and further education. And now a mountain say. And then we call group A school, the Achimota, and a Pesek, and a Wesley Guest, and a Infant Criminal. One on Baby school fees now about Tina Econo. Not the open man, State of Nation address. Now, all catchers and Yadia Obabicum. Namu or the Ghana for Arching in the Diagro. The same thing say, and now of Amampenina was your bar, all the 24-hour economy air bar. Not the old man State of Nation address. Not a member your phone with you, where you were so Piaco. No one to make really good way you don't have armor so anchor once a man. Not to say only about a man gonna aid Diago. And then the baby other boy, Maya, Omudra and Branuanka, or man and Ravage, what say, Omudi for and after Omudi Bimum. I know they are also work down, work as a moon years to meet you as soon as working. Now you like that question as some there. Most of the money will say obeying community and the online as an entrawa. No money will say you pay for the course now. There's one more money. Money so already for
Nanamako, Yamfanto, Yamako to Quina Onka in you. Hello.
Hello,
yes, sir.
I'm a channel to you for.
Bacho Udin.
Jamie. President John Drummond Mahama. Okay, Ghana for short memory. I thought I can help you. Okay. No, no. I'm not runs our home. Obakon runs the country which Ghana for. Was it for Ben Scott the Butcher Kakram, the other man? I'm penny Paco for Bayam, the smuggling and support. Yes, man, I'm wanting to go 14 pay at the fear the captation grant, and then you may be the buy. I'm a Ghana for ya as we be. Kofoko ya mobile 1%. Grandma so come catch a Ghana for why we nam Nakadumpi. A smart, I stand sales man at a friend smart when I'm wanting to.
Another than Kwaku for the community no number by ye. Ebe gay Ghana, the free education in your mappy by. I walk on your fluid your ye, acquire what why ye, and then my way, and then Mahama buy him. A car with just one another than Kwaku for between you.
President Mahama. President Mahama, Pacho, President
Mahama. Eti oba second one to me try o mom wadu memu no we yi o madi enti na na do dan kwaku for the self kana no di tia krofo kama na Mahama e President Mahama e yi o madi no kan he na efa kana for man town you know mo ma obi interest ya na famfa maki e megwa munum sami jamfi ene bawa munta wo mo di ato mo hotel wa beka set you bia no wo mo do betina court ye be sense wo mo miemu yi na ye mo bi do bi e begina ho. She said, woman, no more bed or my gun. What the camera to more, you made you matam. It is a Kenya politics, or people such a medium fee, and woman can grab and mobile. And the other Ghana for a moving to audition bottom the video. President John Drummond, Mamma, 1 million, he said, the car say, or 1 20 million man. You 20 million man. About the my Ghana, first and some kind of a super bustle.
Eje Matemedase, I'm from Siano from Somra. Hello. 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 Hello.
Fantastic. Good morning. Nanaya, the Cardinal.
Oh, time we move so. Ya pick you hello now. Jina song kasa.
Kafra.
Next time you have to know.
I saw my so me boss. I saw me say on here at you I'm former president, former vice president, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud, former president, and I don't go for any pushing for fun. And now the fact of the matter is that the true state of the nation is say, or my no air thinking. And to me, I young one say, President Mahama, a creative thinking fan. Or my name thinking, they are thinking fan, and all the creative, or the best is so, man. Sir, a record says, President Nanado, a person, agenda 111 hospital. Yes, you complete it. Kokobe, you complete it. A hand time there, you complete it. As to whether say operation, any operation, and also another matter for the day. But nurses, I have for more, Avian come back for Juma in these various hospitals. What do I mean? What in a so, hospitals no any functional. And you find out Ghana for no way again. My nurses will push them to go and work in these hospitals for it to be functional. That is why Ghanaians voted for you. In the state of the nation's address, you know, they're full of lamentations and a complaint about the previous administration. And the previous administration was that criminal economy. Work on also gross international reserves, $9 billion. Also, abroad 2016, President Mahama Bepu Akonyaso. Gross international reserves, 6.2 billion cedis.
My uncle Peddy, I can't free baby from Ra. Hello.
Hello, Nana.
Yes, sir.
But Junior,
yeah, you may why I checked him. Going to say 1 power friend now reduce so. Yeah.
William Pacho, I name Mr. Pumasifo. And Mamencha, what you for in a Namencha, your communication director, Mr. San, and run with Jimmy Bertie. And my young for our pushing. And I know that Montpellier, and some more the two John, she said Ghana, a pay fair, because the kind of a several and over the team. But me gidi say what kind of best the be am ka say Montpellier oba be so Jenny Dean na wako. Na ya ayi ba bia me yam him kakra ne say or say awofo beboa a school for no. Ayi awofo beboa parent beboa teachers. Na wo hwe ni kasa mamu a say binum betim atue school fees. Na obinum so entry school so ya ne kakra de ka de bimu na munim. Na ya ka say o ka kire me say ebia maybe create school fees. If you overcall market to buy fees, you'll be on auto and tools in Yadua. No, own school fees. Nana of the movie or torn card or Konama, Nana. We see about some apartment, baby. I mean, there 3 a month for lawyers and fancy teacher for and net for bank one of my high. This any pan obey them. The best says, Yama, a personal. You will bet me on Kaubai and Fasuni Naso. And I only who can you move by you put to your tomb. The best politicians and you go on my mom find a campaign. And I may give you because I didn't see me from Misicanto. I didn't show become called Jimmy Scar. Now we got tie. I may got on 700 Ghana cities, you know. And I'm not call 800 Ghana cities. And Necrano because you do a budget, you know, you never couldn't. You say, Uber Casse, with much cinemas and I will be a fan and Emma free China bar, so you have a campaign, you best politician, me and people entity. Send him to one more, may and pay on Jim. Say, I said, my criteria, dear, Muya, people, mobile than 111 Lamoy, but sincere to just a day. I didn't see the Nile. I'm people for intimate Fakum, so no more media for no say, Munya, but my over Trasiam media for a Kuchina, who put mother catch the Ghana for. A better than I use.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Pacha first and Akase free.
And I found Master P. If you feel just go for it.
Okay.
The woman quite dementia, tell you over. The friend Desmond, and I did be ready on the piece, which indeed. Let me mean your come back on, say, friend, and Alakame. Also, it's still a just airport. Also,
what time now? Ebasu says here.
You, okay, Oma Penny, say, I don't know 111, but open you. We don't go so, it's a crook way. Bakuna is in a walk. Because no has a Kufodi example. Nana who do the commission. The Kobe, the be complete. And no problem said. Machine so many bang in a no asset. Be 100% said. And you so far like a person back on be a walk. So, the best level. Too many no we are. We have propaganda in you. No beno or soccer. And also free education, own chum. And to own chum, school Italiano, and the Obian to be Biana. No, see about Obism can I say Italiano, or the Matu to Anna, Imiano, I know Zeniano, but the National one. And so far, no, Obian allow Bibiana because they first class schools, no, or Mutia body fee, the best friend, or the side behind you was Minion be a teacher for. Obviously, the free Lucano, a plebby bar. First and the boxers one, and so I'm quite to support it. It's going to be a matter also to me a panic. So, on Niba who couldn't free, I guess the program, and I was.
Beso medasi. Mame family you na fe yenshan komo twetwe na say hello.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Opening my chair.
Yeah, ura papa.
Na puma.
Onyankopon adom na nso e.
Pacho me so me pacho ya friend Frank me ka ke butu a chema bo abom pesi aso. O temo na. Opening Adana Ghana etimofo yemfa BBC eni so say aban bi ba yenya ye wonso na ye free so no yemfa ya adwene dim de entai sa aban nachi na yentumi nkoye nim de obi ya ye na wo free so no yentre ne sa hanom ye ya dezu yenkonkoye na every ho me da bia me so just e wo me mo anka aban bi ba woni se afiwe e bia ye tackle ko fodan ise reye yempesia so ye tackle ho edwuma die bia wo ho bi e wasi ye wia afeso a ye san kwa western region dwuma die bia wo ho nanka ye di nanka emfaso dwie afiwe ba resi say openi da be na Ghana ye betu ko ye nim na ye tumi abo bra te se de dache mpanimfo ni ho a ye nso kwala na ye no Yatumia cast a biatra mase, can you buy will be ye sing? It's the most more bobla na and could be say. That be was obesity, that be obesity. It's your baku any man, Madame.
Mame fa do chat to hello.
Yes, hello, Anel.
Yes sir.
Ibacho, good morning.
Good morning sir.
Ibacho, me need Joseph, na make us a free nima.
Okay, Joe, meet you.
Sure, now get me that nano pay. Na Kaka me person person me chire margin ewo state of the nation address na buy no and they say abai no eka 24-hour economy ni one time our time boss so in Ghana. Me per se am saying these communicators no mo be chire mu yi amaya tiasie because I think the last time I made dream home and 24-hour economy no it does not really make economic sense because say economics are getting something to run 24 hours depends on the consumer. It's demand and supply. So if the demand is not calling for 24-hour economy, why do we want to supply? Either we are putting more pressure on the producers, because say shortages, and now say there will be a lot of excesses. And say Endra Oka say Obeyeno, I think say Oka passport office number running 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken that. Well, the question really is that the passport service demand for a 24-hour economy. I think they need to actually explain it. Omo try say ye na be ya wa ase na ye pese ye tie na ye tie ase ye no. Itumi atiatie ama yesu ye gina bebi aka ho asema itumi aka ni. I get me that say ya me sure in mejuma pa boye.
Me so me da se papa nyame nhira won so obi a onya kwan e ba ahoma no so bia nyame nhira won so ebra so se ye de enkomotwetwe no ebre wo na anopei Reverend Charles Owusu ewa ha Honorable Eko Vincent Asifua MP Otafo ewa ha na ye hwe nim se Mensa Thompson a ono so efri asepa ebeba beka ye ho na ya twetwe enkomo State of the Nation address ene emu enema eno naja ene ye ba be fana ya bono mako Honorable Machi Honorable Machi o na adom na onzo
onyame de na ache
ye de rade ase ene onu nua Reverend Charles Owusu mo ahye white e fata mo pa so
yes
difference wo mo an se ba ko hyeche ba ko nhyeche ba mu nyina mo de e fine
na me ta fu zongo fo no na agro
I see ba se bia boko de
o bia boko onyame de ache ho ye papa de bia me kan me se onyankopon ma o ahoodin sei na wantumi anana se dia na jeze wankasa no sabi wonye nipa se ye ma okwan sisi asefa on samienu fa so ohwene ho na obehunu ze nkwan nyankopon dia ma na ya kyade kase pa home ya kyade kase pa but because we don't even appreciate it, we don't even know say a precious gift of nyankopon e dey amaye. It is also ya no pass na home e wo ho na otumi home bia na de waseda e dey ama otwe diampo nyankopon ti no pe di aseda en de be ma no se o ma de pa chi na ya saba betan Kokrokoo ha se ne Ghana e metwetwe nkomo Kokrokoo de unya ba ha no pass ya na ezo wonu se oni Ghana na betwetwe nkomo nzo ye mani ji se e ba bedru ha no pay na minua edunu ase woni tua na parliament ye de bruta State of the Nation address na hwa ye ma Johnny sa de dum so ne ba ho bi o
de ebe ko no so ma me nchia onua Reverend Charles Owusu answer. Change is coming.
Indeed, change is here na
me ne amache
me jusu obru
na ho te say
nyame ne mehwefo
anope ho ayefe
me dase pa na ye ready
na first na nka me no ne pam she say the okwa no aye kude me yansi sawo ai me yansi ka na me yantu ye sawo ba se na say the okwa na jawaye no kude no akwa me hu age so akwa aba na ho ye de
nana nyame adaromo de nyame ayeni so de menua asefu aka no aseda nkuto ne de ma oba ade nipa nim de nyame ya nka every minute bi aseda bible kan no nka enye prayer mpo nka ba ya aseda nko every minute bi wo twa wani na de wona ne kasa de nanka wona ne bonkomo ya hwe na ye hu no afi bae nana afi ne yewura the third month ananyesa nipa atwam kodos pa we are how near money asro mo dos but ni nyina mu onyame ne yedi yi da so tia se oba de ngutu ne bitimi de anseda amano ti anapa ise me wo hade a na de makema ka nyina ne se de otesoro na obi ntene so nyame nkutu ne wosoro but obi anso ni hot nyame ne so nyame de omo do so obu okra ne sika ne nyankopon nti ade achi no nya kohwe ne save no obi na sika ne yagumpe na gese ne ho eden ato no but nyame aya yenim no de otesoro sika timi manage life but entumi entonkwa ti ade ayen fasika nto no yen fasika so ntimi eden emo ho ban ti obi timi ka se we die ka kete enye no kresa tumi na yo nyankopon edia sa nyame na ne ama ye ho kwa me ye hyanti nana asedan kuto na erima oba de
yo ene asamba akopɛ ene da me pono no so a State of the Nation Address 2025 Amampani Mahama the first State of the Nation Address remember me person na me no sha ase ho na in the next 15 minutes me person me tie na apesoka
yo nana me da se ma menchia ahwefo ani etiefo na menchia enkransa manhene nana kwame ba for toso enan ene enkransa manhema oba hema sapoma a otoso emienu otumfo eyire prekopeno no anapa me chia omunyina chia mimpesio so na ma chia nyamedifo Apostle Dr. Usu Bempa anapa papa bia obia me chia but anaba this na isen come work conference center
entina mama wa sha ase
yes
tifri oneko
Yura John Dramani Mahama anapa me chia na me danase na me bona basoso obi say na da na ase ya mo appointment na me nya bi mom die ne mo wo de ni die manya me nkrofo na anapa yi abra o stress o pese o bon to abeya o mampani oni nya me nkrofo hia ma ye bon pae e ma no na empai bum no ka kire yen se nyame boa na onya tumi a obeta ni nyame nkrofo ata hia na ya dwen o man ho na ya hwede ebetumi so nyame be fa yen so ya boa ama na henie etimi adimu na asipi na akotro se mu a obehu se ohene bia ne hom sem e wo tro se mu bia no na o d4 enenam but I also say all my way when he say omo petumi a no matumrika ba ye na ase ehu se ye kasa nyame tie no se nyame tie so dia nyame ba ye makoma so ade amom ti wo hu na ya ba ne abompa ya amom tumi ni ba wie ya no magya nyame nkofo na si nchen that time de na say nyansa na ye dibu man no nyame nkofo ni bi mum ne mum de tumi ba de ye wo I me hu se Yewura Mahama pese osesa sa enema no enti conference center e ka say sia nyame nkofo dodo na ebetumi akode ene omampani edi ahia mu anopai enti yada na se se ode anidie ni ebuo sonko a etesa de den ede ama nyame asofo ebekoso aso bompa ata na chi nana omanya sitremu ade we de say afrisha boa efie na bia ye tibi abre a wobeti nsempapa ye abanya ya to aba ma na ote akonya no so na nyame na dom na osan ya to so ende ntima wati na ye papa because ende chinjeje bi anim na mum se de Yewura Mahama kan no enokre efie na bia mponkyerani bia wu na owu so ye hu ne tenten enti oman no se de ya konhumasika tie oman ni gina bia ni ba bia pese de oman ni kono efie na bia ye te ho asem nti enye bibia ye bi fufuro ade ba ko a anza me konins mo kan mu e course wa anya me de kakra ye speaker na esenka o ma whatever it is so ma Yewura Afenyo Markins na ko wie ni statement no asa o sevu ananse o de bibi to ho a be ye eka ada ho ama o kira no bi obi fufuro so ho a obeye sa be fa sa kwan ni bi so ene nko na anya de a mani ade a mani anye ho sa nemom megidi se ensema efiri Yewura Mahama no a ode eto dwai enye bibia eye bibi fufuro a ehu burusu bia ya TPPPP e wokro yimu da ndi na oso ye kai 280 billion cedis. Is it cedis or dollars?
It will be dollars. Because 721 billion cedis.
Me ebe mo mo sanka mete se oba yi o man ne ka. Ade anka be mo wo mu se ye be read State of the Nation Address ne be ka se afedi o man ne kra en ka biem. That day ne be hu se o man no ba bia yadru no ampa yadru pempen so a ye be nyina koyenim. Nenso so e kai da ECG e kai da Kokrokoo board any contractors car eda ho enye car sabe ye nkola car na the mechanic o kan bibi for agro business ho o man na now dey kwani me menti ase se ye kura ye wom o garden kura keke o de aburo kura gu fa obetwa back nanso yentimi fa sika nhye kura yemu yie na yenye ne papa ema oman yenya mfaso emfiri mu ye di bi na sabi o na ye ton bi na ɛho mfaso no so ɛba na ye ka ne saa wie a abo na fa hyehyɛ mu no na akwa bibia ɛwɔ hɔ ebi sɛ ɛka de aban bi ɛkwa ogya kato onya inherit ajapade a we den a ɛka so be den ɛbɛka ho ti ɛnhyɛ da nyɛ bibia ehu bia from Mira Rollins time Yura kofo buy obetia mu ɛka na ɛda hɔ Yura Atamios buy onso be kai na kai da hɔ na me kai Mira Sejon na ya me fa ne currency o se mahama se wa we nam na ka dompe on ba no fa dompe nso a wa yam de akatuza fiadi eti sani ma we gina asipen eti an share but mesre ne se oman ye betime 10 ye ne ya hwe agriculture na ya boa ma emabunu dodo na kra epekuayo edom ho hyem na yetimi ado dodo na ye betimi abre yen ka ne yensika sem a da bia na aye basa da bia gise tumrika kope bosia na ya banti ye ka sei se aban ya bobosia be 59 billion na no ada obaye nanso obo so de de tuaka aye kai da ho aye macho aye se aban service every week bia ana wo gisika e de tuasika na wo gisika de kotuasika na wa ye de ben enti mi gidi se aman se obetimi ama ya tene
ana obobosia kotua bosia abobosia kotua bosia
ya bana na kesa that's baby ojina na ojina kwasi koso ojina kwantia because obobosia kotua bosia de onye bibi ehu bia na san ya manyo sem na ya from tetibesi ene nsa kire papa bia nheda yeden enheda embemu I pray that this time round no yebenya bibi fufuru bia ebe daniel free sa kwan yi so na yebetimi nya kwan papa yebe generate income ebe boa ya ma yensika sem betimi agina yi na ba iba kwa mpese mgina pa kese pa ehia me ye forest ho asem yen kwaye ho asem yero mahama kans e kasafa yen kwaye ne ho asem ne yensu ho asem ene kwan a yen forest no ne yen nsase ahodo no aye because of yenuanuma etu fama gudie anyone so o say ensu answer na obekọ state of nation address no odi kan grant interview we can say ye chi excavators na ma ye chi but NCC o man beni ahobra se mu me no ye sa adwen na enye yi sampa se ye pese ekutia illegal galamsey dia any machines ne ese ye no na me be kirem de ntia ese ye no because to me o ha ma forest for kwan discretion the on person mo ye no so mko hu bibi sa o ha o mbetumi aye amana ye yi nembom beyond that no na so ubeti kan yen forest act at 1974 no Emma forest for hon kwan say omko hu bibi sa o forest act omuju on discretion powers eye hu adwuma hwe minu asefo akwato machine wo wurem ubeduro na yatutu control board yatutu hu ne manyina ene ti move machine no mebo ana o de adwane ko osun timi na ho afe ndiye se oja hoko ndi obekọ no na odi ni mana we den abesisi so na odi ye adwuma ba wo hina odi control board no ba entimi nya adwuma man yi. Number 2, majority of conform ye adwuma wo mining sector apart from maybe bigger mining companies are yeni mo no machine na renting rent it. The machine ba cost about 4 to 4.2 million Ghana cedi per one so kwa koto a nti renti ebi wo so na why deposit na wakwaje machine say oye adwuma na obetua balance no ti obi akwaje machine be miensa anan nan abisi kwa yemu na o hye nyina so na adwuma na wagu no ebe ha affect nipa na oye rental no so nti omote say ya shibi wo ha o do machine be rent obi oni documents akwa adwuma this auto and most of them no any sika majority any sika on betim dia to machine no enti onu so onim se oye an illegal person no on koto machine da ko rent na mo wuchi machine kosi wo dia na ye ka say previous government wo ho no na ye say MPP for na galamsey ene omo mo so mo yin for because ene make say omo anom gu kwan ho from Dunkwa ni Ayamfore ni Bode ni Wase Kropon ni sa ni mo eda omo da so ye adwuma me no ka say sisi ayi omo gu so ye adwuma ye fie nye say e wuram kra na ye de omo wo kwaye mu ni ensuo so na ka ho in fact ye ko chi champagne wo ensuo so do we seize the champagne ye seize ye hye no ensuo no so ye say no say be deprive nkrofo no access so omo san nya kwan san ye den amine within the water bodies ye say no ye hye no e wo nsuo no so na then excavator no de ye akọ drive from the forest e de aba be si baby how we woman say I think almost about 1 week in the forest commission for together with the armed forces military for no echo in carry exercise almost about 18 I think 17 or 18 excavators almost di quiet in 3 days na we didn't here almost here loaders be loadu fidie ne den e de aba a certain point na ye bo de mo men kan okore say obi akwaye galamsey ni akoche no party ni pani bi ofase party ni pani bi enua bi cause you ama kofi board kan say or started say oye na djuma ko Ashanti region kra no na what do you call it amanfo bi frefre no he for na frefre no I'm not sure say minua asefo wo ya ono MPP ni betimi akoye galamsey akofre minister so ne kokasa obey spozu na muni party di betimi afre no ni akoche party ni a ono abre yenim say abranti ya bre o de machine akoche wuram ya je machine abesi fie wa current o de ka bia be 8 or 9 million Ghana cedi mo men kan okre o betimi afre nanim say o mfa machine ma no intimi nya ne sa ma no yi na mum oye party ni onye party ni o ya shi machine wo wuram ho a hwan ho na wo kwa ko bisa machine bi hwan ho intimi sra yewura mahama say eba say o kan say machine ma ye nhye no I am bolding crofo no more ama I say dodo na move machines excavators then eku wuranum ani I can say forest areas ni yi ti misre no pa ebuo ni de ni ahobrase bu say adwuma no yenum bi ya ye bida kasi ya bi ma adwuma forest commission enti say monitoring any operations are yenuanum a omo to aso ye adwuma under Mr. Brown the new chief executive adwuma no ya ye bia I would even I asked that aban hwe no mo forest commission and people well na yera amaboa kofi kan weapons and kofoni use okwaye mu a forest commission for forest gas no any that those type of weapons on betimi ni kofoni ako enokre during your time na ehun say your forest gas kwa training crowd we omo share need proper training then abaka 2020 you NDC for be kan say MPP4 training tax bi wo various military training centers for elections okay na you no kwesa
Mekaipa.
O say
Mekaipa.
yes na your forest guards are ya form dada you person mom a certain military training because on be call jungle na weapon na ye de beba no omotimi ehun kwan ba so be use weapon no na aboa bom ho ban no de ya adwuma at that time ye kra 1000 weapons ye kra be ba ko 1000 and de ba Ghana now abra na pese kra weapons no e cho command national security ye the weapon we kwa no matwam ye the we kwa no matwam ye the we kwa no matwam ye the we kwa no matwam because weapon police use omso mo prima ye use weapon soldier for use omso mo prima ye use enti omo man weapon sabio any AK47 enye pe ba ko wure mo na nipa ote no o kra AK47 ye bi se kwa be na fa so a AK47 ni duru ewure mo enti aye no kre se uja forest guards nko ansa omo nko enkonko ye that operations na ebe din because of nipa ko amwo forest ma sabi omo bo illegality na den ehon ban enti ebe hia so ombe collaborate with the military na omo argument omo operations na soja for aka ho na whether a illegal chainsaw illegal farming o illegal galamsey o ombetimi aboa ma ya boye nkwaye no ene ye nsusu no den ehon ban ehun hia papa say sabi sɛ yɛamfa saa kwan no so a ɛbɛyɛ din sɛ forestry commission for together with the lands and natural resource ministry no ebetimi akoatia gadamsey na yaboa ma ensu ene nsase a asɛe bebrebe no yɛtumi abɔ ho ban amana yeye nana ɔmampani kan bibi fa ketasehye ene proye ene kankan ho minim sɛ meta me yanso yɛ
aka 2 minutes
okay ketasehye ene proye ene kankan de e ade a ɛho hia pa in fact sika amanfo enam kofo nsa so ene nsa kofo nsase auditor general report a report to every year ema oman sampase ye de ani kɔ ho na oman ma putu Ghana first ye de oman Ghana si anim kane na ya hwɛ sɛ Ghana be ye a I'm sure sɛ saa niema we no nka entimi ntan ensisi saa nti saa kono de yɛta n'akyi sɛ obi bia wɔde ne nsa afa oman yɛ japade a wamfa ne kwan papa so bia no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ ne yɛnya saa sika no ɛde bɛboa oman ne mom ɔfa baako bi dia ama ɛha adwen ne sɛ panifo sɛ atwen sire mienu gua apaso a yɛni baako no ɛden ɛnya baako nana esi sɛ na sabio ebi ne mu gyina trial na ɔmo nsɛm a yɛka yɛnka nwie na nso border on corruptions ne yi na ɔmo de yɛyi ɔmo si nkyɛn sɛ ɔmo de yɛka ɔmo asɛm a ɛnyɛ yie na emom okwa kɔfa obi foforo de ho asɛm ba na ɔno de ɛwoba bɛka ho asɛm ɛba no saa na kisa kwae sɛ sabio ɔman no nka mu na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛka ho asɛm na yɛhwɛ sɛ periperi yɛ ne atɛntene ne betime yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ bibibia yɛyɛ ɔman mu no na ɛyɛ akyia kakra ɛna anhyɛ dan anyɛ me da yie na nka mfisa nka ne pension kɔba yi ka those are almost standing trial no gɔmɛma wɔn go through the trial na nka court na nkasa akwiti wɔn a discharge wɔn sɛ nsɛm anka yɛde to wɔn so no sɛbi enimu yɛwura ato forcing sɛ under previous government na court discharge na anamibwa yes sir yɛhwɛ mu na kɛsɛ nsɛm a yɛde kwadu yɛde abɔ no na sɛbi o mmerɛ mu no na yesoma enye yie but ebinim wɔ hɔ a ya discharge wɔn ɛna ɔmo nsɛm no ne emu nneɛma a ɛkɔɔ so because sɛbi yɛte ha yi $200 million na sɛ yɛka ho asɛm na yɛanka nkwa nkosi am yɛhu sɛdeɛ firi ne baabi yɛde kɔpem yɛ a ne yɛka sɛ noa sɛ yɛsi yɛgya wɔn sɛ ɔmo nkwa na sɛbi na yɛka ne sɛ na ayɛyie nti mesrɛ ɔmampani na daroma eburu yɛta n'akyi yɛgyidi sɛ he means well, he wants to change this country na afi the twatoɔ koraa ɛne yɛ akwan asɛm nana akwan ne bi wɔ hɔ a wohwɛ a ɛnhwɛ enim sɛ akwan a aban a wotwa mu yi akwan bebree na ɔwɔdoyɛ a ɛsɛ sɛ nka ɔmo complete a ɛnam sikasɛm nti contractors in bebree apaki ɔno ɔmo ɛden ɛfiri hɔ ɛkɔ sɛ mmoa no ɛkɔ adidi ne maayɛ a yɛnka bi nwom mɛsrɛ ɔmampani na daroma sɛ saa kwan ahodoɔ no sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ kwan foforɔ koraa yɛnyɛ adadaa no a yɛde yɛn nsa aka no ɛden na yɛntoa so ɛnwie ansa de foforɔ aba ma yɛnkɔyɛ politicians a yɛstarte dan na sɛ yɛsi na yɛdu lente koraa na aban foforɔ ba so a na ɔnso abɛstarte foforɔ ɛnyɛ biribia na ɛsi o but ɔman no na yɛbɔ no korɔ no ɔman no na yɛsɛ ɔman ne fapem yɛsɛ ɔman no sikasɛm no bibia because ansa na yɛnsa awɔdo contract no biam koraa na cement boɔ kɔ soro iron rods boɔ kɔ soro na contractor nankasa no ne sika a ɔgye yɛ ne ne ma no sɛ yɛantuma ama no a na mfa so ɛden amfa ama so nti mɛsrɛ sɛ ɔmampani ɛhwɛ nneɛma a ɔbɛ reset a na enema ni bi wɔ hɔ de a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛgya ama ne ka hɔ saa na yɛhwɛ na yɛyɛ ne saa na ɛtene no na baabi a me nua fi ba education ansa ɔkɔ ministry
ɔtam na so
aban otwa mu kɔ yɛ bibree ɛwɔ education na yɛwura mahama yɛ me de sɛ ɔka TVET ɛka STEM ho asɛm in fact ne research no me sɛ no sɛ research free education a mani bɛgye ho na when it comes to infrastructure ne certain lay down I can say programs bi a yɛde atoto ma education no deɛ so twɛ n'ani kɔhwɛ ne yɛ toa so a Migidi se bebo ama ye siku sem ene ye addition sem so den etimi agina yi na akoye ade amoyen se de oman no ye hwehwe na meda se pa
menzo so meda se papa Reverend Charles Owusu na otenenka no yenua ya obin manu esesenka ochena ya obin manu out 29 February ese ochena ya obin manu na woda nanso ya echena ni ho ochena ho echena your first March 2025 unfortunately echena enye 29th February enti ya afi went me a new birthday tie be hu mobo e de na de na mouse tie nua ya obin manu a ochena yo awoda first March for so ombeje o sa anye hwe ombeje waka ho nti o hye ne ne chena ntam nti ya obin manu half happy birthday. O birthday ni ebema half na bibia aye kama. Alright. Let's say but also 15 minutes.
Manya akonya kase say there na e wo say omo amadwuma eye Old Tafo constituency for himfo wo mu assembly members, polling station executives. Me ma me no mo amu Tafo jom. Me ma me no mo amu nhia so jom market. Me ma me no so mo pankro no jom. Ano pay me chia bibia. Na enrada ye mra pon no a boy ho ban. Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution. Eshe Omanpanyi se obeba no magana for hunu the state of the nation. Nti what the home address at the bray enra na enra da no oba ye no omo hwe mfonyi ni bia hunu se ye minority for ni ahye tuntum no ni ahye no na de edikan. It was a demonstration to His Excellency that a section of the Ghanaian youth and you're happy. A section of the Ghanaian youth issue more displeasure with the mass termination of appointment. And for that matter, we felt that an appeal will have to be made to His Excellency the President. Say, Adjubro, Sam Ranten Mabawa no so Ghana for. And so we are appealing to him. Say omwa Sam Ranten no ene Mabawa no. Ebi e de bosia and the betena nkran ha. Ebi e de bosia ne ko Kumase e ko take ya more appointment. Ebi e de bosia ne ko Kokrokoo ko take your appointment. Ti sese no a ya mo betena fie no. Akoye ka kase and the diama wo mo. And so it was a demonstration of our displeasure for the mass termination of appointment. Ekoso wo mamuha. Eno adamenya abotreti His Excellency the President ye. Na emra wo kasa no, there were some few things that were missing. Na kamani beje sanka metumi ate say His Excellency the President eka eho asem. Key among it LGBTQ sensem ho. And His Excellency the President eti ne ni jira kra. Se bema beda oba ne oba beda ade hu hia ewo mamu ha. If you say it is affecting the moral fiber of our society. When you Charles say His Excellency the President is here asofo. Se mrashe bidwafo ana sebi wo muye nti onka ho asemo a menim se asofo ai wo Ghana ha ai no pe wo kwashi omo de me gidie so wo buo kase de ma wo mo pa because the build up to the elections His Excellency the President issue wo mo she wo mo bo on the issue of LGBTQ, and he was very clear, confident the commitment with issues of LGBTQ. And Tina Nane Mwa said on such a huge platform where the international community was available, diplomatic corps was available, societies, civil societies were available, pastors, imams, the Council of State, all these members normally available. His Excellency the President never mentioned a word about LGBTQ. I'm hoping say I pay the Utimishia Ayasofonwa because of the promise that he made to them. Bosha was Shewa Montino. The best His Excellency say Onka Hwasem. His Excellency say or PSA say Bubu Asofo. And then so the actions and inactions, with the greatest of respect, are different. And I'll tell you why. Yes, Council of Elders. In fact, I said the Council of Elders, he failed to appoint any religious leader. When you saw for Penibia, so on Council of Elders, and I said a Penifua, on two, or man Peninifono, one for Biancoso. Until minim the kind of Sebi Obua, His Excellency the President, at the master for. Nancy Banessa. I am hoping say our special duty be the master for, and I say Cremufo, Penumfo, so Mundi and Famano. So to me, yes, Hadia, and yet, Naya Sempa. And no meeting on His Excellency, I can say. Obey my penino. I dear Bakwa ya, or GD say, a ya de papa, and they say, Wabua. I'm here reduce you the number of presidential staffers. And I say, Omo ye Juma ewa bemu watete sopa. He is touting this as one of his achievements. But nana ya na dada. His Excellency the President dada Ghana for, and I'll tell you why. And I'll demonstrate to you when the America says His Excellency the President or Dada Ghana for. Mra onya akonya so your appointment. A year the Vice President's office. And I am sending a DB mo pay. Na the presidency communications. Minya fellows so for to sign a. Now almost sign we no NDC4 went to town. To say oh, a na Jane, Upukwajman, Vice President in the office there. NDC abaya appointing the part 10 pe and a war. And I'm going to find MPP yet by Ura Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. Oko share Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia Dianwa. About 23 people. And just on the face of it, who say, hey, na Bawumia Diano, nipa 23. And I'm a media 10 po, and you just say, NDC for what nipa no so ampa. NDC for reduce staff. Said the nra His Excellency the President. Or they touting ho a parliament. A tronk ya dada. A dada and I'll demonstrate to you why. Nana, Osha sad nam de send on NDC list on the buy no. Say nipa 10 no. Policy advisors in was here in num 5. Policy advisors in was so a num. Now, who is our policy advisors in the free war? The Akano, a chief of staff. Mikram in TV in Peninsemda. Say vice president office, they be appointed chief of staff, but that is okay. We are now about head of administration and a special aide to the vice president, secretary to the president, and a press secretary. Chesasa. This is the appointment. Oma yedia betuja. Omo kache Ghana for say. Omo di omati nipa no so. Inti MPP nipa 23 na Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia ewo mo office ne de. Ye de sebe. It was an act of waste. Profligacy in yechere. Na wo hwe MPP de no a. Ye wo bibia eye chief driver. E kan sa 23 no ho. Chief driver. E kan Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia de no. Is John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. Any fellow so for suka catch me say because a chief driver any VIP Jena no poku dia no. It means that omati ni paswana Is she not going to have a driver? Jane Nano Pokwajiman. Onya chief driver I wanna saw yana. Ghana for Muntini ye. Adadano. And then Trono amu ditray Ghana hano. We need to demonstrate and showcase the Ghanaian people say Nina and Tro. What to me cause my Ministry of Information free ho. My Ministry of Information if you on my Kofa deputy presidential spokesperson. And yeah, deputy information minister no afano. She Dr. Muhammad Bawumia no. Head of security was so. In fact, chief driver no. Your friend no, Yimanu Nanaya Omensa. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia no. Chief security was so. Now no Pokwajiman there's nothing like chief security. The person Busa say, His Excellency Nano Pokwajiman. Onya Bambo for no mobile jumana. And you have failed to include it on your list. We are not be dada Ghana for be catcher say, Modie, Mati ni panoso. Intro adada. Because Bamba for so here, you nim say na Pokwajiman, Her Excellency. Onamwa Bamba for Bekano or chief security. Why don't you add it to the list? We are not be parliament, no be catcher say, Modie Mati ni panoso. ADC to the vice president. Newo Dr. Muhammad Bawumia list so. ADC to the vice president. Ura ASP Isaiku Yakubu. John Dramani Mahama, the vice president. Na no Pokwajiman. Ne dia no ADC bieni so. Eno ba parliament. Na ADC jina nechi. One fan kan we hu. Now the beto abonte na me hu ni say mo dia na eye nipa dupe anase nipa 10 pe. Na wo dada Ghana for making it look as if say mo dia mati nipa ne so. Ebio Dr. Muhammad Bawumia de no. That director of protocol e was so Nana Mensa. The director of protocol so vice president tu kwanya ono and the be show mo visa asem ono the be show baby omo ko mo beda ono the be show mpanyimfo on beje on be welcome no na so be ba na kwaba. With the greatest of respect and all sincerity, can one person deal with the director of protocol? Neso so Dr. Muhammad Bawumia de no na nipa ba ko peda na mensa na hye NDC for the no, they can even have 5. Then so many day, publishing money panya de because na no Pokwajiman. Eko countries me at the time. Ofri US, ofri wa oba Korea, ofri Korea oba Japan. I also be the kind in nim e wo baby obi ko bia. All these people have not been named. No director of protocol. Oh, Professor Nana Jane there no. And so His Excellency the President abegina Parliament a diga na fontro. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia Lester no. Bibia member of the economic management team. Appointment ne kan waye Professor Joe Makutufo. He was a member of the economic management team. Sa number way eka hu bi ana Dr. Muhammad Bawumia list air 23 NDC for ne John Mahama eka kire say we were engaging in profligacy, we were engaging in wastage. As John Dramani Mahama His Excellency eka kire say me pacho na no Pokwajiman onya obi a obetu no fo ana onya obi obeboa no when it comes to the economic management team because yen na enim that she is not an economist. We all know that Jane Nano Pokwajiman, Her Excellency, is not an economist. And so, on what the way but 12 months, at that Ghana for, it didn't trust Ghana for to say the MPP. Ya funny pegu offices are no munya juma. And so, omo ebefano. I am demonstrating to you that it will be more than the 23. And so, some the 12 months will be any pattern. MPP Diano Dr. Muhammad Bawumia spokesperson so Ora Gideon Boako na no Pokwajiman person kire me say onyo obia obeka na asem dia ma no asem bia no radio for be fred jena no poku ajiman. That is what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is telling us, that onya kasamafo enti asem bia ba Peace FM Neat FM OK FM be some frɛ Vice President office na mo hunu de si ampa and I said the ekosoa this some frɛ na no poku ajiman now. That is what they are trying to tell us. And tro adada no mo dada and ebinie entro adada no mo dada no ebinie. On the list of Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, Director of Programs also. So Vice President ye programs be. And in fact, any solid team Director of Programs one. You don't need another committee to go and organize the economic forum because it should fall squarely under the office of the Vice President. Muni Director of Programs. Omubenya but adadentino. Krofobo homba say adwuma no, nanso adadentino. They have decided not to publish the name or names of people who will be in charge of programs at the Vice Presidency. Director of Special Projects, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. The list no there also. NDC for also munya Director of Special Projects. When I was at the Ministry of Local Government, one of the agencies I near where I say, they were in charge of Ayalolu. The team at the Vice President office to make sure say the digitalization agenda using Ayalolu no. There were special people at a Vice President office were the ones that were dealing with that. Indeed, His Excellency or Her Excellency Jena no Poku Ajima Bekacha me say or be Vice President she will not take charge of any special project or whatsoever to make sure some buan adwuma na oye dey wodi no entro adada. They will appoint these people, and in fact, and confirm one appointing will be more than the 23 that is on the list of Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, dear no, head of delivery unit was so.
Watch your hole.
Then some said that now, and I didn't know by a train. No, sabi in foot about Togu Ghana for any director delivery unit. Now, what Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, dear so, so they said nobody is going to track even the performance of the Vice President. Is that what they are telling us? You see the ultras and names in the chair, the achia. Into unam, obi and two, obi and carrying show. Nobody is even tracking. Senior, the Mabu boy, now the Director of Communications can home. Now some of our way now, they are going to have about 26 presidential staffers at the Vice President office. Ghana for many. They cannot have less than 25 presidential staffers or Vice President office. And so His Excellency the President Bejina Parliament Ebekacha say oh Omo reduce staff. Minya meba agenda 111. And he had opportunity to tell us how the health sector with respect to agenda 111 His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Obama Ghana for who's ampa or your mampanyina or Johnny Ghana for apomudin no 2020 mra COVID by no it exposed the weaknesses across the world, even in US, the United States of America. And California COVID are no more did bontain. The health facilities were full. The health facilities in the United States of America were full to the extent that it reckoned on the people of USA also more investment in our health sector. It was on that basis and His Excellency Nana Dodon Kwaku Addokaa say yemfa agenda 111 mra. And this all started agenda 111 88 districts that did not have any health facility. Yemfa ne si enwie ba akompo. Odi enwie ba ako, it's okay. How is that bad and how is that wrong? Knowing very well say most of these health facilities are at various stages of completion. Obi Obekacho said there were no dedicated funds for agenda 111 biano. Sin who? Minya, go and check the handing over notes of the health ministry. The handing over note, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, page 9. It is there, clear. That we are going to use oil funds for Agenda 111. Go to page 9. I have the document. Apart from...
You were going to use oil funds?
Yes, oil funds. Oil revenue. Go to page 9 if you have the document. Let me just check again. And I think it was AFA. Page 9. Dedicated funds. Forget about GOG because that's for GOG. They mentioned, say, oh, number 1, GOG allocations. Number 2, oil revenues. I'm just saying, just check page 9. Let me send the document to you. Mr. Thompson. So the point I'm trying to make is
I count 3 minutes.
Oh, there be Pacho. Your friends say.
Then I make time. Come me crack catch us and me man kasa. And then Pacho. Me no be determine time.
If you go to trade, it has been completed in the Ashanti region. Kokobin dia yewie. But what the emphasis here in New Bakokra? How can this be a failure on the part of the MPP government? How? It cannot be, because definitely lose that project. You will have to end at a point. Yes, the MPP government felt within 2 years you bet me project no. And what is our crime? Our crime is that also here $1.7 billion now there. Please, Mr. President, we voted for you to fix the problem. Please fix it. Find the money and fix it. Because the people of Ghana deserve robust health system. And because $1.7 billion you want to shift the blame on the MPP government, and that is why Bawumia was saying that when given the opportunity, he will make sure say obey Agenda 111 Unfortunately, your man is the Empire Bonnie supported Nema John Dramani Mahama. The archbishops and the reverend fathers in the Catholic Church, they support him now because we believe, say, Isiano, on our man Penini. No, the parliament here. It was all about lamentations. Within a minute, I say, oh, I promise not to lament. He broke his own promise just after a minute or two, and he started the lamentations. I say, it is not my style.
Honorable Sifam.
It is not my style. See, I mean, no money does.
It is also not my style to allow you to read the money or table listening. And 5% earlier, I make catch say move on. What's it there? Move on, meant to me. What the Tobas? Maminti Mensa Thompson, so we remember. There be 2 minutes. The winner.
And no, His Excellency the President, and make key promise be say 5% of all jobs are or no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obe create obey you 5% or their persons with disability. Okay, time of mass terminations you buy me and I make case me de sa assembly court. The sort of data I have about 18 persons with disability who has been affected. His Excellency the President, Mr. Please start from here. Start from here because we and Mrabian show the Mrampo show with affirmative action. Say we cabinet make sure say 30% no and no cry you have failed. Now policy directive ya nyamra.
Maminti Mensa Thompson so na yenhwe also Ebeka but before that enye bibia na obinya kwan akanti na me the time no ma na catch say 15 minutes into na abekere ochire introduction na achiro body na achiro conclusion in 15 minutes when timi anya na say no ye wo asem anya me masem yenua Dr. Georges Owusu Safo a wo Rock FM ewo Takrade o wase nimpon eda form ye papa George King Okran na ye friend Accra Wheat eda form na ochena na ye pen krabre ewo manke sim chena ene na abusu abesunu pe na ochena wa na yie ewo manke sim enti ye nua be ma Dr. Georges Owusu Safo awo Rock FM ona oyire ne abusu ne nyina ye mamo shedding. na bibia enkosu yie nso emamo na yenu abema Nati Bongo ano ye adwuma ewo Liberty FM so nyame yadomo a kwasi adai na ebedi Nati na awotweda eno so yenu anu ewo Liberty FM ewo sehwi yoso yamamo so hyeden ene Nati abusu nyina onyankopon enka mo Lamzen pa chama mintio Machi memni kan che wansa kwa ba ti say
nyame adom oba de adaroma yeda nyame asese ode enen so aka yena ho na mechia minia Vincent me ho na cheye pa so opposition ageno pa no why fe na your friend is say Charles mpacho the same Charles na me wo fa say John e de Japade man ananyo no
they will affect Japade man
Charles Sir John Jana Japade.
Sir John will no,
he was not part of it.
As I'm Kokrokoo take saying. No, there are certain things. There are certain things you don't even have to. You don't even have to contemplate.
No, I just want to be sure if it is the same child.
But you have many other things that come with me that I can't yet, baby. Because as someone about bonting, na akokot. Na court we di asem na
I'm not saying it in the bad sense.
Charles was not named in the world.
But
on record he was not even named in the world.
Yeah, but I just want to be sure say the same person. That's all. It's not in the bad sense, right? Pachoa. Me this Vincent to me propaganda sir. I think general o man penny eco parliament eco fulfill the obligations under article 67. Say I was say omanpanyin ebetena konwa so a okoma hye bedwafie na okokyere anase okan the state of the nation no magana fo hunu de oman no akwakosi na metie minuanu mienu yi omo preliminary comments utie Vincent said the okasana or say omanpanyin eba parliament to lament, but omanpanyin amba parliament to lament in PNP. What the problem and the challenge we've been faced in this country ni say amanyafo betena konwa so a they like to paint a picture. Say everything is rosy and that Ghana has become heaven. Into no the enko ye no makata so. Ni enko ye no pe na o maka ho asema kire no Ghana fo adwene ene say o man ni koye. What the president did yesterday was to give us the true state of the nation. Nana, for the past 7-8 years, we've been told a version of the state of the nation and reflected with the true life and conditions of the people of Ghana. We've been served with the state of the nation. Yaka chire yen say bibia ye fine, but in actual sense Ghana for ye ko dwoma ye hu say ye bre ye de say she botoma ye twe a ema adwuma ni ho ye nyansuo ye nya kanea ne so ba ne bo den intimi ntuaka ne nso amanifo no begina anya kwanya eba parliamentar no mo be kasa kire ya. You wonder which country they are talking about, whether it is the same Ghana we live in, is the same Ghana these people who are talking live in. And today if we have a president who did not want to engage in political sloganeerism but wanted to tell us the true state of affairs of our country, how do you call this lamentation? In any case, me person me kai me nua visitors for what the true definition of lamentation is. The true lamentation
the true meaning of lamentation is when 7 years after President Kufuor came to power in 2023, he went to Parliament during the State of the Nation address to blame John Mahama for the challenges confronting this country.
I don't know if as abasa
Beba, say me ko enim na beba.
Oh, manimrantem. Wo dey akwahye achiri do no atwi no mra.
Enti nana
papa.
Eno ne friend lamentation. Lamentation is any say you were Kufuor ebedi mampanyin 6-7 years down the line. Oko Parliament. Eko kan State of the Nation address her. Mahama din be 50 times. Eko blame Mahama for the problems confronting the country after 6-7 good years of being in office. I don't even a lamentation. How do you compare that to a president who has just taken over? The first State of the Nation address. Or try the true State of the Nation, I would say a lamentation. Meanwhile, president, or 7 years, or call Parliament. No, blame the predecessor, 7 years time. But who 2 months pen was a lamentation. But 7 years complaints no dear lamentation. How do you reconcile this, Minia? Ebio Minia Vincent make some remarks about reduction of presidential staffers. So presidential staffers no cry and this artist no Kokrokoo the John. Na list ni bu ho cry man fan ka ho. Me pese me kire menia vesasefua nyentia na yese na ban na etwam ko nanse ya no omo ye not just profligate but reckless spenders. I'm holding in my hands the list of presidential staffers submitted to Parliament in 2021 by President Kufuor.
Can you respond to what I alleged?
Meba.
Speak to this one.
Meba. The import of what you said, say presidential staffers name so and Meba.
But you speak to this one first.
Share. This is staff attached presidential staffers under President Kufuor. 1. Chief landscape designer, senior landscape designer at the Jubilee House, assistant chief technical assistant, principal technical assistant, senior technical assistant, technical assistant, supervising head gardener, supervising head gardener, yard foreman, technical assistant. We omo don rack. Omchi choma penny grass e Jubilee House. And if a president comes and says, I've pruned these things down and I'm keeping a reasonable number of staffers at the Jubilee House, we say a Kokrokoo the John.
I'll respond to you.
I mean, Nana, I think say mesre your colleagues in the NPP. Omunteki kill kakra in free the NDC or Emra NDC co position in 2017. The kaipa Omutina fie nesi wound more than a year. Na NDC not senior your friend is saying appointee bien with me radio so bekasa.
Yeah, ben.
From 2017. Omamuha.
Dabi.
Nim kakra minia. Oh, I remember. Oh. Share. Nana, me 2017 I me call radio so sin obia.
Ba no maha.
Ofro man o na me maha. But of
ba de no man it.
Na ebiba. But me kase more na bebre na I know a lot of them who traveled out of the country.
On that one
obia ankasa minia.
On the no man it. But we can move on. But I just want you to know say
the import of what I'm saying is say Sebi no man no form. Sebi no mo kasa kwa no man no form. No, in fact, na
it depends on the old friend itself.
Because na Sebi, so many NPP for eni yaw eni bre osun eni oye no mo de Ghana fo afa mu fie nwotwe na mo ko tena fie bosun mienu yi anka fere ye kakra kra beba mani so kakra na nka mo kasa ensem ni bo ho a because ensem ni bo ho a meti so mo ka me say I mean I'm say when tina you say politicians I am cause Ghanaians have short memory no just 2 months ago near to Chrome how Nana near to Chrome and we saw what was going on. So I am shocked when you have say for say you nkophobia di abaya na be pam nkophobia to do mo court 2017 me have say now why time na maba na pam nkofo left right center now why
don't do that. You know that is different from this.
Oh, how is that different? You know, and no disability for nka ho.
You know better.
Oh, no disability for nka ho. Omo a Akufo-Addo aban yi omadi in 2017 na disability for nka ho.
Not sure I'll respond to you.
Omo a aban no go through proper recruitment process and in national service in most of the state institutions. Omo wiye ye form in fact most of the appointments and the NDC after the 2016 elections so most of them were October November 2016 mo buy sankofo ni nyina mo pam mo nyina ko tena fie o mo na disability for nka ho. So how do you get up and say today you feel you have the moral high grounds to say o man pani bi yi obi adi?
So me person me take ade we are in contest just to catch you say MPP for na kan na enti na one person obeti ana say there is a certain reality in what they are saying. Just that one person obeti say MPP for na.
Let me tell you my true position on this subject.
Can I mean
my true position is say the Presidential Transition Act and other relevant constitutional provisions requires that appointees of government submit their handing over note to the Administrator General before the end of November, before the elections. The December before the election, November or October, but I think it's October. All appointees, including the president, must prepare their handing over note and submit it to the Administrator General. That is the law. Until my position is if this is the law, then the law anticipates that after this period, no critical decision that has a bearing or a financial burden on the state should be taken. Maybe. That's my interpretation. You can interpret it any way you want.
That's a very bad interpretation.
Okay, I'm entitled to my interpretation, and it's a purposive interpretation I'm doing. Say. And because if after the October which you must submit your handing over note to the Administrator General, you take any decision, where are you going to keep it in the handing over note? So I'm saying but even if it is not illegal to take any critical decisions, in federals of good governance, say recruitment to cry. The stage of the recruitment process I will do no. Put all of that, including the list of people you are planning to employ, in your handing over note and hand it over to the incoming government to complete the recruitment process. So at the end of the day, it is not just you who have done the recruitment, but you have done it in consultation with the incoming administration, who by every sense of the word is going to be responsible to take care of these people and make provisions for their salaries and their working conditions under the budget. So you must involve them. So don't unilaterally employ these people and push the burden on the incoming government. It makes no financial or legal or constitutional sense.
Okay.
And ebio osio binya verse say no kokwa pai say Mahama say agenda 111 yenwie. I listened to the president very well. Or say not a single agenda 111 hospital is operational. When you see the word completed, or say not a single agenda 111 hospital is operational. Operational is saying we never visit and try agenda 111 hospital back when oyare for that a oya yare hwe ombo ba ko din ba ko pe enchireti for. It's a fact that not a single Agenda 111 hospital is operational after expending $400 million. $400 million. University of Ghana Medical Hospital, how many of the University of Ghana Medical Hospital can this $400 million build? How many of them? So how come we've spent over $400 million and not a single hospital? Yeah, somebody will be there. Now you can say, why are reckless? Also, won't tell you, and my young cat, a lamentation. Man penny say, most NC hospitals no, man making any allocation on how to fund the hospital. Or say, we said we're going to use oil funds, and then we'll make budget allocation. Yeah, me never said. Say I'm going to use oil fund, and at the same time, Bakache say you're going to use oil revenue to fund free SHS. You know, Bakache say we are going to use oil revenue to fund free SHS. What percentage of the oil revenue are you going to use to fund Agenda 111? What provision?
You bring it to Parliament
approves. You see, you see so much on your ham. If you are interested in building a policy, the financial valuation and the financing of the project itself is critical. What I spend over $400 million a year. I've now how you are going to fund the project and that allocation and family budget now approve it. Now time I will $400 million to contractors. Mobilization How are you expecting that these things will be catered for?
The NFSC for mama.
So all I'm saying is Vincent, Muma abano kwano settle in. Mobe transfer in few watch. You say apotro ma yahumu tenten. You the true nature of the NPP. We have the men, we can do the work, we are the intellectuals. You say we Ghana for have given you a true state of your capacity as a political party and as a buying. Timesremo. Mumma buying kwano settle in. Na yenhwe de obetumi aye. Ankoya yenyina ebeti na osumi aka bi. Ekoye so ebetena bebo mabaso. Ankoya eba betena abeka. But 2 months after 8 years of misadventure, of reckless borrowing, reckless spending, corruption, abuse of office, 2 months, just 2 months in opposition, you have no moral high ground to sit here and say some of the things you are saying. And not just here, on many of the platforms I'm meeting people for now, I'm shocked. Say, are these the same people who were in government just 2 months ago? Now you call myself so. What can someone be do at them? The police for now. Are these the same people who today are all over the place complaining about what? What is there to complain about? There is nothing to complain about. You just want to be heard. Say, oh, Sabi, we are friends say, Kosiuna or Kosikona Ujinankwanchen. If you want to be heard, just say that, oh, okay, we'll give you the platform to be heard. You better your platform. But just going out to criticize for criticizing sake, to throw dust in the eyes of the public, say, we share call about coffee or say, Mahama, I could set up sinking fund because our money is sinking. What kind of narrative is this? Sinking fund on Madicro. You can't sinking fund anything. Sinking funder, you did for try a bottle was say, or minor, you need the ABC. At when champ, be at me to a minor. And say BBC, and Menu Yano, and Yafin Yakujo Bicano, Aquabosia. You been a sicabia, the bottle, so no. We buy 8 years no or be do sinking fund music nyina or be buy or say there be any sign you bo mine who your bad time who your my president or your bad time I be man who see who your bad time or bad time there on pra music nyina enko e wo say eto da o bibi kakra hye nchen ba bia say be anadwofa o buy yare da oba yare a na so de ko hospital nya na wo gina your friend is saying neighbor ekwan no say okobono ne pona no say misro bombusa na from bank hospital there be bibi kakra ho at least wetimi de oba na hospital nimu ya sa na yebu man enti no it is not proper say Ghana as a country na ye ni any photo bi a atorentan bi a na bibi tu nimu ya ebetimi de ahwe ho kra nsa na moaba enti me sa akọbọ sa photo no na say edisika tum na de ahwe o man na we say because of person man sinking to na why say dem I mean this anya sa na ebu man
mate ton me da say
montena say munya botere munum nso ntwa ope the time to criticize will come. This is not the time to criticize. This is the time to support the government to reset the country and to put things on the right path.
Mate Mensa Thompson, Executive Director for Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability, ASEPA, and Aten Kano. Earlier, Reverend Charles Usu and Honorable Vincent Eko Asifua and Suso Ekasai. Enchebiana Mesoreso. So, Mr. Mensa Thompson, you are saying that somebody owes you and you forgive the person, so you can't complain about forgiveness again. Hey, asembeni, mame ajwa. Then how do we say ebae? Na this says, kindly tell Mensa Thompson not to exhibit his on the show. The list of persons he mentioned are civil servants. Ohini Jan says so. Okay. Now this one from Shefman Osei Ewo Atunsu. Osekadna, the State of the Nation address yesterday by President Mahama was a predictable one, full of lamentations. The NDC knew all these problems, yet promised Ghanaians that they were coming to redeem us. So, should fix the problems and spare us with this lamentation style. The resetting agenda is bleeding. Regards to the MPP media patrons in Ashanti region. Shefman Osei Ediwe Efri Atunsu and by Musa Batwa Asonase. Musa Batwa says President Mohammed's address was inspiring, demonstrating his commitment to transparency and accountability. He did not only acknowledge inherited criminality or he did not only acknowledge that he inherited criminally mismanaged economy, but also proposed bold solutions to deal with corporates. His pledge to recover stolen funds and uphold perpetrators accountable offers hope for a better future. Ghana needs real leadership, and Mahama is delivering exactly that. Musa Abatwa, Edwin Efri Asawase. Freedom of speech, please. Freedom of speech on now, or we have put padlocks on our mouths. All of a sudden, all those who were screaming about Galamsey are quiet. A country called Ghana. Master Planner Junior Edifrey Kentampo say the true state of the nation's address is that there is doomso, fuel pricing rising, sacking people for jobs, economic mismanagement, hopelessness. Ghanaians will miss this MPP government soon. I don't know. Okay. No. Me have time I met me am about 3 minutes. The opposite team. Tifri on that.
No, for about 10:40.
Me patcho met me am out 3 minutes.
Well, the kind the constitutional architecture of Ghana. Emma Kwai for a party in government and a party in opposition. Nti se o tafo constituency for to abama me se me memra se bedwane na memra parliament me wo a constitutional mandate a o se me dey medie the constitutional mandate no se ma ba ni wa I'm in opposition and I was me play that role of an oversight responsibility on the executive with the intent of the framers of the constitution, you know. Or say the term of office is for 4 years. Intimate term of office is 4 years. And your 4 years minus 6 months in the interpretation of Mensa Thompson. Say maintain now 6 months and now 4 months time. Then I play me oversight responsibility on the executive. Mensa Thompson, it is never done anywhere. All for constituency for now to Abamame. To so Mampanyiniba Parliament. Now Bekasa Wawa. I have every right which has been given to me by the people of Otafo to play an oversight responsibility. Number 2, now think I will share baby I'm here deputy minister and son as a gardener and some wabeka. Parks and Gardens. It is an agency under the Ministry of Local Government. Parks and Gardens are the workers on secondment to the Jubilee House. Mr. Thompson Tebiepa. Sir, I could share some in Toronto Media Chegana for no ano, and was a better how we say, you know. Sir, gardeners now a boy, you know. They are all civil servants who works with the Parks and Gardens. Ya second year modiko a Jubilee House. Gardeners are bobo gardeners be 8 and so. What is wrong? Say young kind of country say Jubilee House.
Okay.
Gardeners in watching
not necessarily. I mean, not necessarily what is wrong, but the fact that Obonipia be a 3 you know, the same designation. And
yes, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Say so, they are on secondment from the Parks and Gardens.
So that the president need 30 people manning the garden and the
please, is it 30 people? Who bought 30? But even if
no, remember 40, also. Even
if they are 40, the Jubilee House is huge. The Jubilee House is a huge place. And can you and I say, and now I'm going to Jubilee House, I'm going to Jubilee House. How can they even do the work? How can they even do the work? Say, we want to fear what is a gardeners or her. Sometimes you have 2. And the me create impression say His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bayo Mampanyin. And we offer presidential staffers at the good Jubilee House. And those presidential staffers, we offer gardeners bear 9 or 10. Please, it is not true. They were on secondment, almost free. Parks and Gardens and a call a Jubilee House. They were just on secondment. Hey, if you almost say you, they will create an impression. Say, Sabi, Jubilee House will be in Kodoho until John Dramani Mahama. Obayo Mampanyin, Jubilee House will be under ho.
We have 30 gardeners.
No problem. I'm so beyond the hole. But you see, all these people are Parks and Gardener staff. I second Omokoye, and he's going to do the same thing. You know, Ghana, all those lists will come back to Parliament. And I hope that I will come and meet you here on Peace FM for you to know, say, and yes, President Mahama and the Befa Womo.
All right.
But they will be on secondment.
Last one I will see for me. First for me in a minute, Pacho.
Senior.
There be any time. You have to be in
41. I feel that time.
There be men na make
agenda 111. Say it is not operational. Asema na mokin. Ndi yesi ade na siwe de Ghana bansi si ade na siwo. Na se nipa and yarefo nyanko dem ntino. And no dey boy itri so. And your boni aye na ne dey. Your boni na ma ye ne dey. That I have built and completed a hospital. Nipa nyare nkodam ntino. And no my boni. And you no mama the state of the nation address will come and nipa will say it is not operational. And no na day. When right. You know that trade, Kokoben, they are all done. When you know others are at various stages of completion. The semester asema okano, minya. Me ntina hama obi meka the semester asema and say oh equalization all 2017. It is never true. What happened in 2017 is acutely different from what is happening today because at the time me you do national service oh. Eduardo Tamaklo Dominica Yini letters or call. In fact, the notice of suit, I saw the notice of suit of Mochakoma AG. They lost in court because they failed to follow due process. So, who fail to follow due process? It is different from Obia. We'll go through the proper procedure to be engaged and appointed.
Mate,
that person is supposed to be protected under the Constitution, Article 191 of the 1992 Constitution. That is how it's supposed to be. So, my man just ABC 2017, ABC, it is totally different.
Mate, Boama says, Nanaya Okese, good morning. Those gardeners Mensah Thompson mentioned were there before the MPP took over. They are all civil servants and are still there working. Okay, but that's Papa. Sampine says, when Mensah Thompson and the rest speak and try hard to defend what is wrong, I feel sad. How many times didn't he speak against the MPP government? By the way, the National Health Insurance is there to cushion the vulnerable. they should be bold enough to tell us who they truly are. Sampine and also do we a free come and say bye. Tommy, but also 3 minutes now, me ma Vincent Nebi.
3 minutes, yeah, so.
But on the best one, me ma. The me me na me ma.
And some of us that can't be baby.
But I'm going to set you. Some amount topic into count and count on the hour. Say you're not in our anamba.
Maybe
the cold, so.
You see, hospital ben who come before handing over. Omo pre omo ko bia no a afi contractor ne se oni mo hwe no na hospital ben se wo na nana boa me
pato me pese me asem na kan meeting yi
na boy sem Kumasi before NPP abane be handi omo ko bia hospital bia no Kumasi e na contractor ne se da bi onye hospital no mo ka te short se we an omo ko ka te short e ko ye your friends commissioning. Ye busa contractor na say ono na dwon ye onwie nti onim kwan ya omo fa so kwa konya safo aso omo koye commission no ho
nti oji sa asem ni di
na ade nti na contractor ono esi edan na say onwie na dwuma na wo politician wa commission project na
benza thumbs
o commission project na contractor na abese esi de dwuma me ye menwie ya ene contractor na de na medie so,
but when him say agenda 111 in some of these regional hospitals, the contracts were given to about 3 people. Do you know that? Go and check that. You see, one contractor may have finished the oil, but another contractor is the oil BBA.
Vincent,
but 3 contractors.
Vincent, okay. But that does not erase the fact to say, there's no way you give me $400 million to build hospitals. After 4 years, back ukra any operational. And see that. Enti hospitals no. Enti common sense in chire me say me ba. Common sense.
Honorable be on any do.
Common sense in chire me say. Me make udie, me dedicate funds. Me dedicate funds no and making sure say my complete hospital no back ukra and na call the next one. Me making sure say at least no because they say hospitals now what you see no your friends say peace okay they say no and they say hospital okay the hospitals now what you
see matter for we are after for the
mumu enti the odiko see tafo na kasapen there no so uko bia no is it tafo for enya hospital ko kasapen for enya hospital ko na ye
but you need to make sure say across board
Vincent you understand why your project management
mama 3 minutes oh
na say na woman kwa man interrupt
na me man bam
you see, project management, very simple. Make sure that at least when you're expending the resources, you make sure that the resources are channeled in such a manner or they are dispersed in such a manner that at least by the end of your 4 years, no, you have one legacy hospital say, hospital there, me percent go follow. Me na me start here, me na me wie here, and they didn't pack money back kra. Also complaining after spending $400 million, and you want to complain. So you are the cause of your own woes. And you mean I'm creating a problem, man. More than creating problem, so don't come and sit here and blame anybody that Obina I'm out quite. So Nana Mesre Ghana for this abanwe after abanenya bosumi mienu pe 60 days after abanenya enti munya abotrema aban no o hye no makase say a normal nkoya yen ne ba be dina ha di kan be kan nya mo be kan
me da se to me
enti mo ma ban no space kakra nene ahoma mo da sia ban ko na sesie tu ye fan busumi mienu pe na light bo kosoro light bo kosoro why na cash water for mechanism a ye de to o say ECG sika ye fan IPP snika why na ko yi sika no ko di ye nti a ye nti IPP snika e ka beda ho ama se la kania bo kosoro
Matemeda Semensa Thompson, Executive Director Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability ASEPA ono enate in Kano, and to wish Bismarck Kofi in team of Dawenya a glorious birthday. The message is simple. Love you to the max from your beautiful wife Sabina AC Dazi in Toronto, Canada. Wishing you the best as you celebrate your birthday today. Bismarck Kofi in team of Dawenya. And also to wish you Michelle J of St. Silvanus School, Pukwase Fise, from your dad Prince J and your mom Mavis J, your sister Annabelle J, and grandpa Mr. Enim, celebrating you, Michelle J, and wishing you the best, and also to once again wish you Eunice Pamford Kwenu of the University of Ghana a glorious birthday. Mommy, you enjoy your birthday. Magdalene Abba Ampoful of Department of Legal Services, Ghana Armed Forces, you celebrate your birthday today. Magdalene Abba Ampoful, happy birthday to you from your children and your family, celebrating you today, wishing you the best. Abusia, na otu so yedemo AC. Me sorry ama Kofi Combs and the Royal Baby ni mo atena kopem se premo ebeto. Now, Dr. Father Dixon, Kennedy Asante say so for Kuju Asante, Stephen Bar for Peter Square, Isaac Opoko, Pretty Joyce, Dominic Nyanjuvo, and Nana Pepra, and a Kambumu, na Eshishe Jumeima, me betem, Edi Honchiame, Emma Ghana's Morning Voice, Chairman General, Kwame Sefakai. Na yaframe na ya okese obetimi aframe the cardinal me the radiasum due eje obia unya kwan na otwe so na oni yen etenaye na studio 2 so na otwe mu na ya konedu mama Africa mama biama kwafo ohene na Kwame amonapo so hima adwa ye bo eje e na odi ahenkan Kwame yeboa e na eboaye e ma de obonkrata mu ne kasebuni nyina so motiye do bia se eframe na ya okese obetimi aframe the cardinal me the radiasum due eje obia makrao.
Peace FM.